The Trump administration is proposing a rule that would deny green cards to legal immigrants if they've received government assistance. According to the proposal, legal immigrants would be denied lawful permanent residency if they've received aid or if the government thinks that they'll need aid. That includes food stamps, welfare, Medicaid, or housing vouchers. Joining me now from Capitol Hill to discuss the proposal is Politico employment and immigration reporter Ted Hesson. Ted, thank you very much for joining us. So right now, this concept is just a proposal. What needs to happen before it becomes official DHS policy?
That's right. DHS rolled out this proposal on Saturday evening, and at this point, they haven't even taken the step of publishing it in the Federal Register, which is kind of the first thing that they need to do to get the ball rolling. After that, there will be a 60-day comment period where people can weigh in, and interest groups, the public, can say what they feel about this. And after that, the Trump administration will need to absorb those comments, consider them, and potentially review the policy before they issue what they call a final rule.
So in the meantime, what effect do you think this proposal could have on legal immigrants who are considering enrolling in public assistance programs, who are economically disadvantaged and might really need the help?
Well, we should make one thing clear to begin with, and that's that using certain benefits in itself is not necessarily going to disqualify you from getting a green card. Essentially, multiple factors are weighed under what they call the public charge statute, and this already exists in immigration law, and to a degree, it happens already, and people are considered about whether they'll become a drain on taxpayers if they become a green card holder. It would just be that under this proposal, it would be far more extensive, and it would have a much lower threshold for usage of benefits. And as you mentioned, food stamps, welfare, Section 8 housing vouchers, all these things would be considered and weighed as factors and could potentially lead you to be denied a green card.
So roughly, we're talking, when you look at the U.S. population, a quarter of U.S. citizens, children, are part of an immigrant, have an immigrant parent. How do you think this rule might affect families who have mixed immigration status?
One of the biggest things that advocates for immigrants and for people who are poorer are worried about right now is really a chilling effect. And it's not so much what this rule will do. I mean, as I mentioned, we have this long comment period, and it probably won't even be in effect until well into 2019. But just the worry that maybe you could be denied a green card or not admitted into the U.S. At all because you've used public benefits here, I think will, have some effect on people. And we've already heard healthcare providers saying that immigrant families are turning down some government aid, even though this is not a retroactive rule. So once it goes into effect, your prior usage of benefits will not come into play, most likely.
Employment and immigration reporter Ted Hesson, thank you very much, Ted, for joining us with this important issue.
Thank you for having me.